Hi everyone, welcome to Samba Souk. My name is Ludmilla Figueiredo and I am the host of this channel. We cover many topics around global expansion and fundraising, connecting vibrant markets. Technically, this channel is my journey, a Brazilian lady that came all the way to the Middle East 14 years ago and got exposed to the world. I've seen so many founders and fund managers from different countries trying to raise funds here, trying to enter the market. And let's be honest, most of them are not really successful. I want to change that. And here we share insights on how to do it, the do's and don'ts. That's why we're talking today about the recent visit of Trump to the GCC region. If we agree or like him or not, that's not for debate. What we're going to be looking at is which insights we can take from the way he conducted everything in his trip that allowed him to secure 3.2 trillion US dollars. The first takeaway is if you give, you take. That's Trump's first foreign trip that sends a big message out there. Coming to the region as its first foreign trip recognizes the power of the region, recognizes and respects the leaders of this region, UAE, Qatar, and Saudi. When you put an effort, when you prioritize anything that you want to do in life, you're giving importance, you give your attention. This is a matter of appreciation. And that is the first step. Another insight of him giving before taking is definitely the fact that he came to the region. I see many founders and fund managers trying to get hold of potential leads, potential clients, potential LPs, investors online. It doesn't work this way, especially if you've never built any relation in this region yet. You can see from his talks that he calls all leaders here as his friends. So this is a relation that didn't start in this trip. Despite him having this relation, he came here and he came here first, shows respect, shows appreciation, shows importance. It's his time, it's his effort, it's his attention. Someone at this caliber providing this level of attention and appreciation and respect is giving before take. The second insight that I want to bring to everyone's attention, he didn't come only to Saudi. He didn't come only to the UAE. He didn't come only to Qatar. He appreciated the three of them. It was a 4-day trip and he went to all of them. You have to see the region as relevant, but each nation has its own interest. Each nation is putting an effort, and opportunities and money are split among these nations. So by giving importance and recognizing the three of them, it's a very good move that he did. And it's an insight when you're coming to the region to do business, to fundraise, consider that. I have many examples here, so we already talked about 2 of them. I'm going to skip and bring another one here, which is him knowing exactly what he wanted. What I've seen in this past decade, or even more than that, is people from the region, from the Middle East and North Africa, when they do business with other countries, they know exactly what they want. You may have a different impression for any reason, maybe the language barrier, maybe because it's so different from your reality, the heritage, the tribes, the traditions. People here are very well prepared. They know exactly what they need and they go for it. Now, I see from the Arab side that they do that all the time. That's how they conduct business. And that's a very good way to conduct business, knowing what you want, first thing, right? But I've seen many founders from Latin America, fund managers trying to build relations, despite you knowing that you want money and how much money you want and by when you want this money, or that you want to enter the market and you need to find a partner. You don't know what you want to take out of each meeting. And that's one of the insights that we clearly see from Trump. Now let's go to the 4th insight. And I took note here, which I call it the areas of interest. It's very important to understand one thing. When you come to the GCC region, and this I've seen tons of times, you come pitching your best level, right? You are the hot thing in your country, or it's an amazing business, like it's the greatest, the best. This is the amazing opportunity that they should get involved. Like even now I look like Trump talking, right? The greatest, it's great, it's amazing, right? You may have a very good solution or a very good performance in your portfolio. However, these nations are being approached by the whole world. It's not enough talking about why you, because now you need to understand the macro power game that is happening in the world. The context changed. The MENA region is developing itself. They want to attract investments, and they are making sure that despite opportunities happening abroad, which they are open and happy to collaborate, they do have requirements as well. And when I talk about areas of interest, you need to understand, what do they want? What are their areas of interest? How can I contribute to their developments? This is so underestimated, and this is so crucial for you to be able to do business here. Understanding what they're looking for is definitely the first step. Because if you bring your solution, despite how great it is, but they're not looking for that, they don't have that need, chances are it's going to be harder for you to enter their market or do business or raise funds. So keep that in mind, because many people underestimate that. And then when you see areas of collaboration, areas of interest that these nations, they are looking at right now, just see where the money is going out of this 3.2 trillion US dollars that Trump raised. So I took a few notes here. We have Saudi collaborating in defense sector, AI and technology all over with the $600 billion that they invested, infrastructure and healthcare. The Qatar visit secured in defense, workforce, in aviation, and quantum technology. UAE, as a long partner, is heavily investing in AI and infrastructure, and they have been trading for so long in manufacturing and clean energy. So these are just a few insights of areas of interest that they're looking at. These are not the only areas of interest, for sure not, and this is on a governmental level. But this is the exercise you need to do when you want to come into the region. The next insight is about months of articulation. The 4-day trip that Trump organized here in the GCC region is just a culmination of a whole time of preparation beforehand, before he came to the region, right? And that involved not only him from the White House in the US or his team from there talking to people here. Not at all. People have been visiting and coming to the region and articulating things, either their team or interested parties, companies, to make sure that a level of agreement is in place for him to announce it during his trip. People underestimate the amount of effort that needs to be in place and the face-to-face that this region requires so much in order for you to do business, successful business, not only any type of business. Now, you are not the White House to be able to afford so many trips, so many people coming in and out. You may be able to come once or twice a year or even more. But it's not only about the money that you have to put into these trips, it's about your time. You have a business to run, your business is in other countries, you have family, you are just one person, you cannot do everything alone. This is exactly the point. People underestimate the need for collaboration, the need to have a local representative, someone on the ground defending the interests of what you want to achieve. This is a very important insight because you need to be on the ground. You need to be articulating, getting everyone involved, leveraging your conversations, getting everyone excited. It's kind of like a FOMO that you create in the market, and doing everything alone, you just achieve so much. This is basically one of the services that my company does. We support all this preparation for you as a fund manager, as a company, as a government authority. When you want to tap into this region or LATAM as well, you come here. with a trip that is very strategic for you, that is already aligned, that is already curated, that is ready for you to get results out of it. You need someone on the ground to leverage that for you. If you're interested, of course, we can talk. The changing the region that is positioning the MENA region as modern Middle East is coming from the region. And he is recognizing that. And this is so powerful. Modern Middle East is coming from the Middle East. That shows how much Middle Eastern people prepare themselves for a new context in the macroeconomic situation that we live in. And with that, I believe that we have interesting insights here that I believe can help you articulating businesses, growing, put yourself in movement, just best practices that I could notice from the way Trump conducted his trip to the GCC. If you like it, please subscribe, give your like, share with other people. We talk to founders and fund managers all the time. If you're willing to have a talk with us, let us know. Click the links below, and I see you next time.